Do you
bro.
feel like it's healthy for me to still have crushes, or am I not supposed to have any crushes because I'm in a relationship?
Hell yeah, do
I
your
shouldn't have a
crush.
crush. I should, right? It's okay. It's healthy. It is normal.
See, girls, see, this is a bunch of girls in the audience now that's confiding in these things, and that's not cool. When you have a man and I'm everything, I'm your crush.
Yeah, you're my crush. But
Yeah, I supposed to be your everything. I supposed to be your Chris Brown. I supposed to be your everything. You feel me? And I will learn how to do a backflip, baby, if that's what you need me to do.
we'll do one right now.
There has been no man that I have met who I felt like could give me what I wanted out of life and would be in addition to the life that I've built for myself. And that is such a peaceful place to have gotten to.
Is that a cat? I think that's a cat behind her. A cat or a dog? Anyways, what are you guys looking for? What specifically are you guys looking for? Because a lot of times I see women come on the internet and they go, oh, I've built this life for myself. I can do all this for myself. And I need a man who can give me something different than that. He can't be doing all the stuff that I can do for myself because I can already do that, right? So what are you guys looking for in addition to what you've already built or what you can do for yourself? Because I can't think of anything that you guys, I don't even think you guys know what it is that you're looking for. You just say that because it's easy to say, but you guys don't truly know what you want.
You know, a lot of these modern women, what they don't understand is because they're going to continue to ask, how come good men don't talk to them? How come good men don't give them the time of day? Is because y'all continue to try to make men compete, and they've already proven themselves. A lot of these guys that you have in the friend zone, they've already proven themselves many times over, but you still got them out here. Oh, well, you know, what you did last week didn't count. What you did 3 months ago didn't count. You know, I've got a new roster, you guys. Just keep on competing and maybe somebody would win. Lucky me. No, you're not that special.
You said that, you know, body count shouldn't define who you are as a person. We often, you know, just go around the table on this.
I can tell you my body count. If I'm correct, it's 3. I'm not gonna share that.
You don't have to give an exact number. Would you feel more comfortable doing a range? Less than 10?
Yes.
Less than 5?
Yes.
Okay.
4.
4? Okay.
Also not going to divulge.
Range? More comfortable with a range?
Less than 5. 7.
Finally. 7? Okay.
Less than 10.
Less than 10?
I honestly don't know.
Did you lose count or lost track?
I
or?
stopped counting.
Stopped counting.
Probably in my 20s.
I've had a really emotionally draining week, and I come home to my quiet and peaceful house, and all I want to do is just cry and be held. And that's the part about being single that I think no one really shares and talks about, how hard it is to not have emotional support when you are the emotional support. And I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change showing up for my friends in a deep, meaningful, profound way. I wouldn't change, you know, having the situations that I go through. I wouldn't change the work that I do that is also emotionally draining. And I also wouldn't change being single, but it is hard. And it requires a specific level of introspection, and you have to have self-care for yourself in a very, very different way than you would if you had a partner. And for those of you who are single, who are showing up emotionally and who come home and just physically have nothing left and you're just moved to tears, I see you and you're doing great. And I hope that you find space in your day today or in your weekend to take care of yourself, because you have to fill up your own cup too, and it's just gonna look a little bit differently because you don't come home and get a hug from anyone. So drop it in the comments. What do you do to take care of yourself emotionally? How do you decompress? How do you unwind? And how do you fill up your own cup in the absence of a partner and in absence of that like just physical exhale, you know? And thanks for sharing, because maybe it'll serve as a resource for someone who is single and feels a little bit emotionally exhausted and drained and doesn't know what to do. So drop it in the comments. I appreciate y'all. We got this.
You know, men are not going to continue. I think men are getting to a point to where they would rather take a loss, right? I'd rather lose, as you would put it, as you would have it, if you say so. I would rather lose than sit up here and try to convince somebody to like me and they don't even care about me. That's the point that a lot of men are getting to. So you're not going to see me beg. You're not going to see me sit up here and pine and sing a song, Earth Angel, will you be mine? And since I lost my baby, and you're not going to hear me saying that because there's not really anything out here to beg for. I'm not going to sit up here and convince you to like me. You don't even like me.
Bro, these are 3 valid reasons you can go out and actually cuff up a huzz for a little bit. Bro, the first reason is honestly, it's they're fun. They're fun. They're honest. They're authentic. They're their unapologetic self. If they're public about their profession, their occupation, bro, they're honest with you, then bro, just keep it playing. Just know what you're signing up for, or learn it from what it is. Number 2, bro, practice your strokes. Get your shots up in the gym. And when you meet your wife, bro, she'll thank you. And lastly, reason number 3, bro, if it all fails, if it doesn't work out in the end, wash your hands and walk away.
I went out to a bar 2 nights in a row for a bachelorette weekend, and you guys know I'm a mommy. I'm almost 28, so like I'm not familiar with the scene. I just want to have a conversation about what I observed. I was just shocked at the men. The young men don't act like they used to. They were all very much wanting to be perceived, like very bad. And I'm just not used to that. Like I remember when I was in my early 20s, that's just not how men acted. Like they were trying to like lay low and like worship the girls. There was live music. The whole front row was men. And at one point I thought I was on drugs because the DJ started playing Taylor Swift and all the men start screaming. And they're jumping up and down. I'm pretty sure this group of guys got so hyped by Taylor Swift, they picked up the littlest guy and just like started like doing this with him. They were so excited. There were multiple times where I was with my group of girlfriends. Obviously, I'm not trying to like talk to men, but I do have a very, very pretty single friend. And I just like assumed everywhere she went, like there would be guys like thirsting over her. But no, like we literally would walk, like for example, we would walk to an entrance around the same time as like a group of guys. This happened multiple times. And the group of guys would just like cut in front of us. Like they wanted us to perceive them. And I was just like, that was like rude. Like normally they're like after you. Maybe I'm just like so old now, but like that's a thing of the past. It seems that the nonchalantness and the no simping has completely changed men. And I'm curious, like, do girls like this? Like, is there nothing wrong with this? Maybe I'm just being an ancient old mommy.
I think these modern women really understand that a lot of times a man is watching you. So, you know, you're going to be asking why a man is not wanting to commit, why a man is not wanting to do a lot of things, right? It's because you've decided that you're going to act a certain way. You're going to treat people a certain way. And at that point in time, he's like, why would I be involved in that? So you have to understand, and you have to look at, how do I present myself? A lot of you guys are good, are fantastic at looking great. You know, I got my hair done, my nails done, lashes and all that stuff. But then when you actually get to know somebody, it was kind of like, I don't really want to move forward with this person anymore.
So you like when I have fun, right? But you just don't like when I'm having fun and you not there. You don't think that's some hating like just a little bit? So let me get this straight. You hungry. You want food. I ask you what food you want and I go get it. You find out I ain't getting no food for myself because I'm not hungry. And now you not hungry? That's what you telling me? You ain't talked to me all day. And now I find out it's because you had a dream that I was cheating? So you got mad at something your brain made up, and now you putting that on me? Did you just say if you pay for something in cash, it's technically free because you never saw the money leave your bank account? Oh, we never getting out the hood. Okay, so you miss me. And instead of calling me, texting me, letting me know you miss me, you catch an attitude. Now I'm sitting here trying to figure out why you got an attitude. Now I'm getting tight. You find out I'm tight, so now you tight that I'm tight because you tight and I don't know why. Whole time you tight because you miss me. That don't make no sense. You blocked my barber like 50 times on my phone because you don't like when I call him to get a haircut. But when you want your hair done, you ask me to pay for it so you can go outside and have fun. Am I your slave? You want me to have money, right? You don't want me to be broke. You want me to have some money so I could spend some money on you, right? How the hell get some money when you want me to hang out with you all day, every day? Where am I find the time to get some money? You come to me with problems, and then you get mad at me for finding solutions? Isn't that the whole reason you brought the problem to me? You be wanting me to do certain shit for you. But you don't want to have to tell me to do this shit. Because if you have to tell me, you don't want me to do it no more. But how am I supposed to know what you want me to do if you don't ever tell me? I want you to go get me a soda. I'm going to tell you. Yo, can you go get me a soda? I'm not going to. Go get me a soda. You see how that don't make no sense? All I'm saying is, you preach communication and all that, but you get mad and then stop talking to me. Now I got to beg you to tell me why you mad at me. I don't want to beg for that. I want you to tell me why you mad so I can beg for forgiveness. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
And a lot of these modern women are wanting men to yearn. They're wanting men to chase. They're wanting men to pursue. But in today's, the way it happens in today's dating, that puts you as the weaker vessel because, you know, I'm the prize, right? You chase me. You want me. Show me that you want me. I've already proved myself by the fact that you want me, even though I haven't done anything. The fact that you want me means I'm more valuable in this relationship. And that's what a lot of modern women are doing. So when a man steps back and says, okay, well, you know, if you're not going to reciprocate and you're going to think that you all that, I'm just going to go ahead and go the other way. I'm going to go a different direction. Now you're stunned and you're talking about men aren't men anymore.
Just so sick. It was perfect. It's like
change my flight. The number. Do you?
George.
Hey, George, who?
Bush.
Stop.
A little one though.
Look at her picking out her new ride.
Besides the obvious, what's one thing you would change about yourself? No, you know, like.
What's the obvious?
This hand signal is the sign for being. If you're ever in a situation where you're being, do this.
All right.
Oh, that's really good.
Nasty.
Don't ever do that again. Do you hear me? The queen picked me, found me. Whatever will I do?
Name calling. I wonder what else they have to say that's worth listening to. Probably not much.
The queen condescender. That's what I'm gonna call you. The queen condescender.
How very charming. They started out the video with an insult, which as many of us know is an ad hominem logical fallacy. So I'm not going to show you the rest of that video, because honestly it's not worth any additional time of mine. However, if you want to go watch the approximate 3.5 minutes that they go on for in their form of a rebuttal, then by all means do so. But I do have a question for the person that made that video. How exactly am I a pick-me? I do videos on both men as well as women and their poor opinions, shall we say. But also do take into consideration that I could care less about male validation. Notwithstanding the fact that I've been single for almost a decade and I have no plans on changing that. So if everything I do is for male validation, do explain that one.
couple of months ago, I made a video talking about veneers, and somebody commented under my video saying that veneers often stink, that they smell really, really bad in real life. At the time, I was like, wow, that is so interesting. This is not something that I've ever encountered before, because I hadn't met many people in real life who had veneers, or at least that I had noticed. But recently, I have met and encountered a few people with veneers, and I'm afraid to say their breath was it was stinking. It was stinking. Now I'm just trying to figure out what is this? Do veneers actually stink? Was it just a coincidence? If it is the veneers, what is the logic behind this all? Why do they smell? Are people just not cleaning them properly? Is it just the way some of them are made? And why aren't people warning people before they get these veneers that they might smell?
Nope.
You used to let me drink after your stuff all the time.
That's when you was pure.
I'm still pure.
No, you ain't. You go to HBCU.
What do that have to do with anything?
And do with everything.
No, I don't.
You got to do it everything. You got to.
Little man's is a menace. The look on his face, gang. Telling your college age sister that she be getting crushed and pops don't say. That's basically agreeing, bro. That's so funny.
I totally understand why men wanted their wives to stay home and do the cooking and the cleaning while they worked. There was a point in time where my boyfriend stayed home because he had a work from home job, and I was working full time, going to work and from work. And he did everything. He did the cooking, he did the cleaning, he did the shop, all of that. I would go to work, I would come home, dinner, ready, laundry, done, floors, vacuumed, okay? All of it, right? It was like, this is what it feels like to have a stay-at-home wife. It was bliss.
Let me just say, I think this is pretty dope. I love the fact that she's able to experience what a lot of men have experienced over the years. Not so much nowadays, but back in the days, this happened all the time. But I do want to say this is pretty interesting to me, considering the fact that he is doing the exact same thing a stay-at-home wife would be doing, and he's still working a full-time job. She said the man works from home. I didn't say it, she said it. So that means this man is cooking, cleaning, doing the laundry, vacuum cleaning. This is what she said. But there are a bunch of women out here complaining when they have to do it without a job. I posted a video a while ago about this guy who has a 1-year-old. He works from home, but he takes care of the child, cleans the house, cooks, do all the stuff that a stay-at-home mother would do. And he was blown away by how easy this is. So I think it's time for y'all to come clean, ladies. It ain't as hard as y'all keep saying it is.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Let's just be honest. I think it just comes down to bad organizational skills, bad time management, bad planning. And for some of those women, they're just plain lazy. But y'all gonna quit coming on here acting like being a stay-at-home wife is a big deal, because we on to y'all now.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
Well, darling, the first place I'd recommend you go to is wherever you need to go to get that ridiculous piece of metal running through your nose removed. Because until you do, there's no point in going anywhere else. Just saying.
Why good men don't marry girlfriends.
I'll be doing more of those things. So what you're saying is, I have to marry you, make you my wife, in order for you to start doing wife things.
I mean, I'm just a girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. Shrika, do you want to marry me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you a provider, a protector, you watched out for me, I love you, why would I not want to marry you?
I appreciate that, and I love you too. So what you're saying to me is, those are the things you want your husband to do?
Yes.
So you see your husband in me?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the things I'm doing right now, even though I'm not your husband, you want your husband to do. And the crazy thing is, that's just who I am. Not because this is what I feel like I have to do. I do it because that's who Jeremy is. I'm already a husband. I'm just not your husband yet.
I was looking at the comments in this post, and there was a lot of comments making light of it, like joking around, like, ooh, men are in their flop era. Like, no, like when I read this, I had a pit in my stomach. This goes beyond like men are in their flop era. We are living through a paradigm shift in society. And when ChatGPT rolls out corn by the end of the year, I think that dating and society will be unrecognizable in a year from now, because there's already so many people who are having full-blown relationships with AI and who are not developing social skills and dating skills and respect for other human beings in the outside real world. Once AI is able to service that aspect of life, relationship, whatever you want to call it, there is going to be no reason for these men who are having full-blown relationships with AI to ever stray from them. And that's really scary.
Men don't approach women anymore. Let's talk about why. Day 17 of posting dating advice for single dads until I hit 10,000 followers. You have lost the courage to go and approach a woman in the wild because it can be a bit daunting to go and approach a stranger, introduce yourself, strike up a conversation. There could be rejection, dismissal, maybe even anger. It's uncomfortable to risk yourself by going up to a stranger, and you are very much out of practice. Do you remember in your 20s when the only way to meet someone was to go up to them and risk rejection and get rejected? Then brush yourself off and try again another day. So, get that courage out, because honestly, what have you got to lose except for a slightly dented ego? If you like this kind of thing, hit follow.
I caught feelings for the guy I rejected. Me and this guy met in our sophomore year of high school. We became friends/acquaintances and began talking almost every day. We literally snapped each other all day every day for like 3 years straight. He liked me, but I didn't like him. I didn't want to lead him on, so I told him straight up I'm not interested in being more than friends. He said that it was okay, and we continued being friends after that. He went off to college, and within weeks completely ghosted me. I was really confused by this because we literally talked all the time, so I was confused as to how he could easily just stop talking to me. I began to miss him really, really bad. A few weeks went by, and I found out he got a girlfriend. My heart dropped. I never felt this sad and angry at myself in my entire life. I'm pretty sure that he's still with his girlfriend, and I literally hate that I made that mistake. He was literally perfect. I was blind and immature in high school, and couldn't see what an amazing guy he is. He was caring, funny, and sweet. He's everything I want. He was my best friend in high school, and I loved talking to him. I messed up. I really, really messed up. I miss him and want him so much. To this day, whenever something happens in my life, my first thought is I need to tell him. Then I'm hit with an immense feeling of dread and sadness that he doesn't care about me anymore. Please tell me what a super idiot I am. I deserve it.
There's no point of being an artist if you're not going to be marketable. A lot of artists cannot sell, cannot put on shows, they can't sell out a venue.
What's the biggest pressure as an artist? Being real, being marketable, or being consistent?
And I say consistency because how you going to be like marketable if you're not consistent? You have real life going on, you got kids, you got this, you got that.
Papoose dropped an album like a couple of years ago. Every month he dropped an album.
It was an album or it was a track?
Yeah. No, it was like an album. He dropped the EP.
You dropped an album every month?
Every month. I got homeboys that be dropping every week. And they
look at Little
like,
Baby.
You know what I mean?
His last album, it didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can be consistent and you can be real. That don't matter if you're not marketable. You're not.
You wouldn't get married.
Oh no.
You've never been married?
Never been married. Nah, I don't believe in that.
You ever thought about?
I think about marriage every day.
Every day?
Every day.
To a particular person?
Anybody. Like I said, I could probably marry her.
You've never been in love, TK?
I'm always in love. I'm in love.
TK, stop.
You know what I'm telling you, like right now.
TK,
right
stop.
now.
You know what I'm asking you.
Yeah, no.
You've never been in love with a person, a girl.
No. I would never allow myself to be vulnerable like that for someone. Because here's the thing about real life.
That's what.
You in bed with your girl, you gonna give her your life, and the girl gonna give you your life. She looks at one wall, you look at the other wall. And one day that person wakes up and say, I don't want to be with you no more. And you undedicated your mother life. And as you said, it's a risk. That's not a risk I'm willing to gamble. Yeah. I can't put... most of y'all right now got your lives in somebody else's hand. Your life is in someone else's hands. Whether that person, whatever that person does, if they do success, you're happy. If that person dies, you up, right? If a person cheats, you emotionally up. I can never allow someone to have that type of control over me.
I think that you should really invest in deodorant because it definitely helps. Even if you are clean, even if you do shower, sometimes people just need it. Or maybe some perfume. I know I would rather smell my perfume, but it is overpowering. And I don't like it personally.
Like, you don't like smelling yourself?
It smells like you went to the gym and then you didn't take a shower after.
That's weird. Modern women telling men that they need to have some emotional intelligence to be able to read the room. But it don't seem like they're exhibiting that right here. Is that accountability I see out there? Modern women logic.
We begin with this New York divorce lawyer saying you should not date during the divorce process.
But you can do everything you can to keep the emotions as under control as possible. Keep them low. Don't keep them running high. Don't show up at things with your new boyfriend or girlfriend. Don't be out on dating sites. I want you to also take a step back, take a deep breath, reevaluate your life, rediscover yourself. You'll be able to find yourself and therefore then be able to find the right new person.
All right, so this is Dennis Veltrano. He's actually a colleague of mine. He's someone I've had cases against. Good lawyer, knows what he's doing. That's good advice. That clip's good advice. I got to tell you, I think I refer to that as don't wave red flags in front of a bull. Like, I think that, you know, when you're going through a divorce, you're under scrutiny. Drive slow when the cops are behind you. When it's an emotionally tense time, like, I'm not saying don't date. You should date. Sometimes it's very healthy for people when they're going through a divorce process to have, you know, connections to other people to remind them of what it is the post-divorce life could potentially look like. Remind them that they're attractive. Give them something, some shelter in the storm. But is it the time to be bringing your new girlfriend or new boyfriend to your kid's soccer practice where your soon-to-be ex is going to be? It's not. You're just waving a red flag in front of a bull. Do you have the right to? Yes, you have the right to. Just like you have the right to wear a clown costume when you walk down the street if you want to, but why would you want to? Like do things that actually make sense for the process. So Dennis, good advice on that one. I'm not going to pillory Dennis.
It really be your own people, dude. My 16-year-old just found out that his dad isn't his real dad anymore because of my bitter sister. She claims it's for his own good, but in what way is that for his own good? When I found out I was pregnant with my son, I made the logical choice to pick the father that made the most money. His real dad was working at McDonald's for like $8.25 an hour. I don't want that as a man. He was just one of my hoes, and that was that. And I got pregnant, and so I picked the richer dad. And although the richer dad didn't take care of him and hasn't been around, he does pay child support, and he pays a lot, and it pays for a majority of my rent. Well, my sister never liked that, and I finally let her have my son thinking I could trust the and she tells my son and confides in him that his dad isn't his real dad. And now he went and found his real dad behind my back with my sister. And they are all trying to fight and get my son taken away from me. My son doesn't want to live in my house. We haven't talked in 3 days. I think it's the most miserable thing a person can ever do is ruin some like that. I picked the right choice. Now who's going to pay my bills now? Because now they also told that the guy that's been on child support all these years, and he's trying to come after me and sue me for all the money he's been paying. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I didn't do anything wrong here.
What would you want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband starting with you?
I put 10 million.
Oh my God.
Why? Well, because like rich daddy things, like I don't want no brokey absorbing my energy, so I said 10 million. That sounds like in this generation, 18-year-olds are making 10 million, so I don't see why this dude can't make 10 million.
Do you think you're a $10 million woman?
I do. Do you think you are?
She didn't say I didn't say that I was, but I don't think that a man that makes 10 million would want a woman that has busted it wide open on the internet and would marry her.
I mean, there is somebody for everyone, considering you like got manipulated and like cheated on. I think there's somebody for everyone.
At least busted wide open on the internet.
And getting manipulated and cheated on is besides the factor. You came in here bragging about being 16 and lying about it and saying you did. Do you see the problem?
I might have got manipulated and cheated on, but I also have a man that is way above your caliber and would never date somebody like you. And I am the happiest I've ever been in my life. And I'm comfortable in my own skin that I don't have to bust it wide open on the internet for thousands or millions of people to see, and possibly your future children, which let's hope you don't procreate.
I hope
honestly,
my future children see me busting it open on the internet. I think that's
disgusting.
empowering. I think that's empowering.
Okay?
No, I genuinely think that's empowering.
I don't need to be nice with you. I don't know you. I don't even know your name. I don't know you.
Now, I don't know the full context of this video, but I want to say something to any man watching this. If you approach a lady on a night out and she shows you that she is clearly not interested, here's what you do. You say, "I'm sorry to have bothered you. Hope you have a lovely evening." then you take your dignity and you leave. You don't hang around. You don't stare at her awkwardly. You don't say another fucking word. You walk away, far away, ideally to the opposite end of the room, because distance is respect. And no, she's not going to change her mind after a few drinks. Leave her alone.
It seems as though everybody wants a traditional relationship these days. What we're forgetting is why we evolved from them in the first place. Oftentimes, traditional relationships were built off of control, survival, obligation. They weren't actually built off of love. Women didn't have a choice. They stayed in marriages not because they wanted to, it's because they had to. So we look back and we say, oh wow, why didn't anybody get a divorce? Well, it wasn't socially acceptable for women to get a divorce. Just because the divorce rate was low, it doesn't mean women were happier in marriages. Back then, we wanted security. And now that women are able to get that on their own, we want freedom. We want men with emotional awareness who will lead without controlling us and who will honor our emotions and not suppress us. Ladies, you can have a traditional relationship, but let's not repeat traditional mistakes.
And, you can sit up here and say, oh, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort? Right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided. And, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.